Hey friends, happy Monday. I'm so excited because this week we're going to Disney. So there's a group of 7 of us. Our friends Felix and Lauren are already there. And then myself, my partner Ian, and my support worker Beth, along with our friends from Inkfire, Amali and Cam, are all travelling today to France. We've got a big old WAV, which we packed last night. And yeah, I was awake at 6. We don't have to be awake at 6. I don't know whether I was nervous or excitement because last night I surprised myself. I've been super duper excited all week if you watch my last vlog, but last night I had a bit of a wobble, and so I kind of I just had a bit of a cry. I think I was very tired because it was a busy weekend getting everything sorted in the end, even though it was supposed to be chilled, and just worried that I've got everything and I've packed everything, and I think that comes with having a chronic illness and a disability. There's so much more to think about than just yourself. If I look at Ian's packing, it's literally himself, his clothes, and most of the toiletries are shared with me anyway, so he's really not had to bring very much, whereas I've got to remember to charge my wheelchair, remember the wheelchair charger, the battery, my meds, all my different devices and gadgets to help me at Disney. I've got to remember, and then I was having stress about where my headphones were, and then the other thing is that we're leaving our dog Coco. We've left her for one night before with my support worker Poppy, but we've never left her for a whole, we're only away for, because it's Monday today, we're leaving, so I'm going to see her this morning, and then we've got 3 days there, and then we'll be back on Friday, so it's not that long, but I just think I had this gut-wrenching, I don't want to leave her. So basically, in the group of 7 of us, there's 8 if you include Lauren's service dog, Fliss. So that's going to be really exciting to have her with us. She's so lovely. She's a canine partner's dog and she's brilliant. But I think, bless her, she's going to be a little bit confused because 4 out of the 7 of us are physically disabled. And then we've got some other neurospicy stuff going on in most of the other 3. So the vast majority of us have some kind of disability. So yeah, it's a lot, but it's going to be really good, and we're going to show you how we manage everything, not just in this video. This is more of a vlog, fun, my normal kind of week, but everything else is going to be very specific and giving you all the access information you need. So do keep an eye out for that. I will pop it up there and in the description. Yeah, I'm very excited. And I think this counts as another new thing off my 30 for 30 list because, yes, I've been to Disneyland Paris before, but I was very, very young and I've never been on holiday with friends. I've never driven to another country. There's so many new things that we're just going to call it all one big new thing. So yeah, I'll see you in the car on the way, I guess.
Travel day. We're on our way. We're going to Disney. We are just setting off in the van. We are heading to Folkestone to the Le Shuttle terminal. It should only take us 1 hour and 10 minutes, so we did really, really well, gang. We did really good this morning. We just picked Beth up.
Ready for the ride. You know.
And yeah, we'll see you in Folkestone. Woo! So we've been through customs on both sides. You literally do the British passport control, and then you do a little security check, and then you do the French passport control. So we're all through that, and we are just waiting to I don't know, there's a barrier in front of us
to begin our adventure.
And yeah, we went to a little booth. The woman was like, you don't have any wheelchairs in that van, do you? I was like, yes, 3. And she, like, the look of astonishment on her face. We said we don't think she expected us. But
despite the branding all over
despite the branding all over the car. But yeah, so we're in a special lane for disableds, and we'll tell you where we go next. First on. The man in orange will tell you, or the people in orange. That is slightly terrifying. Okay.
There is a gap.
Yeah, there's a ramp. Now we're stopped again. We're on, my loves.
You know the potential of like, this
It is a little bit claustrophobic, but
We're the first on.
we are the first on.
They knew we were going to Disney.
How did you find that, my love, getting on?
Wasn't too bad.
You were a bit worried about it, but it was fine.
Slightly stressful, but
Smashed
okay.
it.
Smashed it, absolutely smashed it. Round of applause for Ian, everyone. And there, she's blocking our wheels in with something, and then
That's actually going to feel like once we start moving. No, that was...
then we're going to be off to France. We're going to carry on with our movie. We're finally moving. I need my neck fans because it's very hot, and that is something I didn't anticipate, not being able to keep the aircon on.
Very well.
It's very hot. And yeah, we're finally moving. What kind of time did we actually board in the end? About 1:05.
Yeah.
So our original train was 1:25, but then we managed to get on an earlier train because we were so early, so it was 12:54 it was supposed to go, and we are leaving, and it is now
22. Yeah, 1:40.
1:40, so later than our original departure time. And we got the earlier train, so we were waiting around for a long time. So we've been sat in a hot car between sitting at the how to get the barrier to get onto the train to actually now being on the train. We've been sat in a hot car for a long time, so that's not ideal. Driver swap. Hey Cam,
Hi.
you're going to be taking us into La France?
Never driven on the other side of the road before, so...
I mean, neither has anyone, and you have been the one brave enough to take on the challenge, so... Woo go Cam!
If you never see us again, you know what happens.
We trust in you, Cam.
We do.
Oh dear.
Mostly. In Cam.
I hope it's well founded.
Let's go. We're driving down the motorway in France, and it was all a bit much for Ian and Marnie, who fell asleep on either side of Beth. We are well on our way. We've only got an hour left till we're in Paris. We had a little bit of a mishap with a service station, but we're trying to find another one. And yeah, it's been one long, nice, straight road. Cam has driven very well on the wrong side of the road. How have you found it?
Not as challenging as I thought, and I was very grateful that the roundabout actually curved the right way.
When we went to the service station, there was the first roundabout, and there was big arrows on it, but both me and Cam were like, hang on, which is the right way? And so it was helpful. Well, we've not got long left. We are going to try and find a services. That is one thing
Running low on fuel now,
running low on fuel. So we should have probably planned that in advance, maybe. But apart from that, we've done well. What did you get from French McDonald's, friends?
I have no idea.
les chicken nuggets et des fruits et coca sucré.
I mean, nice
You're
French.
welcome.
I
Thank you.
somehow managed
Sorry
to
to the
order.
French people.
I somehow managed to order 6 chicken nuggets and then accidentally ordered 4 more chicken nuggets in a separate order.
There you go. 2 packs.
Ian, what have you got?
Royale cheese.
Okay. And
I want Royale with bacon. There you go.
okay,
I got it here.
Ian got like a muck wrap and chicken nuggets.
Yeah, New York wrap.
I managed to not get anything in McDonald's because French McDonald's is not gluten free like English McDonald's. So I got well, the chips were actually, but that was it. So I got a tuna salad, and of course you have to get Lay's as soon as you're over the border.
It is a rule. Sorry, but it is.
It is a rule. So yeah, we found a service station. We have our food hall, and we've got about an hour left to Disney. So once we've eaten, we'll be there about 7:15.
Yeah, we were down to 20 miles in the tank, so
Yes.
cutting it close.
We filled up with petrol.
They do not have very many services.
No, less services. So on the way back, we will pick a service ahead of time
Yes.
because that would be more sensible. And there was something else I was going to say, but I forgot because I'm really, really tired.
We've been up since 6 a.m.
I have been up since 6 a.m. Let's eat food. We finally saw our first Disneyland Paris road sign and then arrived at our hotel, the Radisson Blu Disneyland Paris. We're here! Woo! Congratulations, Cam. Great driving. Thank you for keeping us safe.
We survived.
We got here! Yay! Now we are going to get into the hotel, empty this van out somehow
Of some stuff.
of some stuff. Had some dinner at the Earl Sandwich, and we are all very, very tired, although slightly revived by food. We are all here, and we'll be back for our first proper day in Disney tomorrow. Woo!
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
To Disney.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Sleep.
We're going to Disney. You got to wake up.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Morning, friends. It's Disney Day 1 proper. I'm very, very excited. So we did go into the village last night. So yesterday was such a long day. We left mine at 9:30. And we came back to the hotel unpacked, but then we went into the Disney Village and Disneyland Hotel, so we didn't get back until about 11:30, by which point I still had to shower and wash my hair and have Beth dry my hair and then get into bed. So I think it was like gone 1 before I actually got to sleep. So yeah, it was a long, long old day. We got here, we unpacked the van, we got everything in and unpacked, which was great. But I was feeling so dead, but I was desperately wanting to go into the Disney Village. So I did, and I think like they all thought that I was a goner. Like Beth is confirming from the corner that I was slumped, I was not with it whatsoever. But then we ate at Earl Sandwich for dinner. I had a Greek salad, which was very, very nice. I just took the chicken off and put extra feta cheese on. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult avoiding gluten and dairy, but I have bought a lot of my own food that does both, so I'm just trying to like avoid the gluten and take a lot of lactase tablets. How was your food at Earl Sandwich, Beth?
Really nice. I had a ham and cheese sandwich.
Nice.
I didn't
get the brownie, but I did try Felix.
You stole some of Felix's.
And it was beautiful.
Brownies
I'm
are
gonna
good.
have to go back.
Okay. And I felt quite a lot better after I'd had some food. We all just we're like, oh, we're okay again. Yeah, then we went in the Disney shops, and oh my goodness, I can't wait to show you the Disney shops. I think Beth and I are in trouble with how much we're going to spend on this trip, because we went in Disney Deco, which is like their home store with really nice stuff. And it's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be. And then we went into the new Disney Lego store, which was amazing. And then we went into Disney Style and Disney Glamour, which is like the fashion shops. Disney Style is kind of not budget friendly, but the more budget friendly. And then Disney Glamour is like the posh stuff. We're talking your Pandora charms, your Kate Spade bags, I can't remember the brand. It's something and Bork. I'll find out. But that was really cute too. But then we headed home on the bus. Ian's in the shower. We need to get dressed and get makeup on and all the fun things.
That was me clapping.
Yeah. To go to Disney. Beth is literally jumping around with excitement. She only came in September.
It's a bit long for me.
Let's go.
Woo!
Here are all the ears I made. So we have this was my tester set. We've got my Anna ones. We've got my Ariel ones. We have got Cam's Avengers ones, which the Iron Man bit lights up. Ian's Toy Story ones. Lauren and Felix's Steamboat Willie ones. Ian's Wally ones. We've got Minnie for me and Daisy for Beth. We have donuts for Amali. We have Beth's Bluebell ones. And then Beth and I have matching Rapunzel ones. I made all of these by hand and burnt a lot of fingers, but it was worth it. We're at Disney. First we headed to World of Disney in the Disney Village, which is a massive Disney store with everything you could want, really. And then we mutter up with everyone else. So pretty with your Tinkerbell on your back. Bliss looks so cute with her Tinkerbell shoulder pad on her jacket. And then it was time to head into the park. We went in via the Disney Hotel, which is absolutely beautiful, and found the entrance and went through the little gate that's just for people with priority passes, or disabled people at this point because we didn't have our passes yet.
We got in eventually.
And then it was time to actually be in the park and walk very slowly because we were waiting to see the castle.
Seeing someone's reaction is the best.
Oh, it's making me go!
Sorry, I'll move over the train and actually.
This is very surreal.
Yeah, you're here. We are at Disney. We made it out.
Woo! Well done, everyone.
We walked up Main Street with the castle view in beautiful sunshine. It was the perfect first day.
How do you feel, Jenny? Overwhelmed?
It's very weird that it still doesn't feel really nice.
I know.
Staring at the castle right now. This is so cool.
And it's such a beautiful day.
We did good, guys.
We did good.
Then we went to collect our priority passes from the Disneyland Pass office. We'd registered for these online before we went, and I'll show you that process in a different video. but they took our information as well as ID and our access cards of your disability proof and gave us our passes and showed us how we could use them. Mary Poppins and Bert were so lovely to us, and their musicians were brilliant. They chatted to us for ages and especially loved Fliss. I mean, who wouldn't? And then they did lots of dancing to various songs from Mary Poppins. It was such a beautiful day. Ian and I were just soaking it in, walking hand in hand along Main Street with the castle in front of us. And then we tried to see a bit of the Coco show with Miguel, but we didn't get there early enough and got a really bad angle, so I couldn't see anything. First ride of the day, we're doing Phantom Manor because Fliss can go on it. She's got her glow-in-the-dark collar on, all ready to go. And Marley just said that this is her first ride ever.
Yes, I have never been on a ride anywhere before.
So this is Marley before her first ride. And I'll show you the after. How was your first ride?
It was great. I liked it.
That was a very gentle start.
Yeah, gentle stuff. Yeah.
Perfect start.
Experience-wise, it's like it's still a lot, but not too overwhelming.
It's very sensory friendly because it's dark and it's very fun, and I like the fact that the chairs shake. It was like, how can we make this more scary? Let's jiggle.
Then we stopped for lunch, and Beth, Ian and I went to Casa de Coco, which is a Mexican-themed restaurant. I think Beth just had some chips. I had some Doritos and a beautiful salad. It was delicious Mexican bean salad. And I'm not exactly sure what Ian had. I think he had a burrito and a churro. And then we went on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Just come off of Pirates and look. Jack Sparrow.
You okay, my friend? Do you need some help? Perfect.
Then we went on Peter Pan's flight, which I think was one of my favourite rides in the end. It's so cute. Then we had to go on the teacups. Go on, go on. Here's Ian helping me get onto the It's a Small World ride. then we were in the boat on our way round It's a Small World. When you go in, you see the UK first, Northern Ireland, Scotland, London. And then I spotted a wheelchair user and I got so excited. And then at the end of the ride, which is beautiful and sparkly in pastel colours, I spotted another wheelchair user representation. I was very happy. Then we went on the Buzz Lightyear ride and Ian was trying to cheat the whole time. Beth and Felix were taking it very seriously. Then me and Lauren and Felis needed a bit of a rest, so we took some time out. Felix just said that is the smallest coffee that I've ever seen. Is it an espresso? And what is it, my love?
So it's a cappuccino. I paid like nearly €4 for it, which I thought was reasonable.
Show me the whole cup.
And then I feel like a giant.
I waited with Fliss while the others went back on Pirates of the Caribbean. She's such a good girl. And then we all went on Peter Pan's flight again. This was followed by dinner at Colonel Hattie's. I got a lovely lentil dal curry, and I think everyone else got Mickey shaped pizzas. And then it was time to go and wait for the fireworks. We got such a great spot in the accessible section. Finally started to get dark and it was ready for the fireworks. If you have any intolerance for flashes, stop now and skip to the next chapter. On the way out, we waved goodbye to Mickey. Disney Day 2. Morning, friends. It's a very wet day at DLP today, so I'm kitted out in my Mickey Mouse, my vintage Mickey Mouse Mac that my mum found at home, which is actually great because it's covering all my legs and my back as well, and my my electronic components of my wheelchair. We're just walking through the Disney Arcade because we're going to see. We came in early for the parade. We hope the parade's still on. It's very like fine rain, but so we're going to. So it might be the rainy day version, but we will see. I was so tired last night. It was so late, but it was so beautiful. And I'm not a big fan of fireworks, but I managed with my earplugs. There was a couple of bits where I was like, but I was fine. So yeah, it was beautiful. It was just very late, and I was gone by the end. I was starting to not be coherent, like anyone who watched my Nadex vlog will remember.
Very similar.
Very similar. So yeah, we will see what we can see today. This is my outfit of the day.
Okay, yeah, go. It's going already. Look at her.
Covered on the back, I think.
Ready for a rainy Disney.
Rainy Disney day. Beth says it's a rite of passage.
It is.
My
In
stick's
Paris,
fallen out,
especially.
though.
Oh, okay.
We were waiting for the parade, and Cinderella and Aurora just happened to walk past. We're waiting for the parade.
In the rain.
In the rain. It's not stopped raining for well over an hour.
But it's okay, because we got a good spot.
We've got a great spot.
Look. Whee! They come out over there. They'll see us straight away. Whee!
It's time for Disney Stars on Parade. We've got Aladdin, Genie, Alice, Mad Hatter, Geppetto, Pinocchio, Mary Poppins and Bert. Followed by a beautiful open book float that has Mickey and Minnie waving from high up. And now we're in the Toy Story section. We've got the Green Soldier Men doing a dance. And we've got Buzz, Jessie and Woody along with the aliens on a float. Then we've got some amazing dancers. One of us gives us a cheeky high five. Then we've got the Lost Boys and Wendy. And on the float is Smee, Captain Hook and Peter Pan going back and forward on a boat. Some more beautiful dancers representing Finding Nemo and Under the Sea. Then we've got some very scary looking characters, followed in by a copper coloured dragon. Then the fairies from Sleeping Beauty are skating around. Behind them we get our first glimpse of the beautiful princesses. The princesses have a beautiful float covered in greenery and flowers that's all 3D. The princess on the front is Aurora from Sleeping Beauty, and there's this ornate bridge that goes to the princesses at the back. And they've all got umbrellas up because it's raining. We've got Tiana, we've got Cinderella, and we've got beautiful Belle. They're all giving us a wave. And on the back of that float we have Mulan. It was so nice to see her. And then it's time for our favourites. Olaf comes in on a giant rocking horse that looks like Sven. And we have a beautiful snowflake and sled float with Anna and Elsa with their umbrellas up. Anna's singing her heart out. And that's the end of the parade, but we moved so we could see Elsa and Anna again as the parade finished up and went back behind the gates. Then it was time for some lunch in the Rainforest Cafe. I had a beautiful gluten-free pasta, Ian had a burger, Beth had fish and chips. Then it was time for a little bit of shopping in the Disney Village. We went into Disney Style, which is a beautiful shop made for adults, which I love. And we really loved this slightly more size-inclusive mannequin. The top is cuter than I thought, and the shorts are less cute than I thought. Like,
Together, it looks great.
together they do look really cute. I'm just not sure about the shorts. It's really hard to find shorts as a wheelchair user generally. So
Maybe you should just choose put the design on your cricket.
jeez. It does look cute altogether. I think I'm gonna have to think about this one. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Full outfit.
Huzzah!
I could finally reveal my full Minnie Mouse bound, and we were on our way into the Walt Disney Studios.
It wasn't open before.
I've never been here before.
Welcome to the studios! Yeah, it's very much more film vibes. Hollywood.
I'm excited.
Yeah. But last time I came, this was all boarded up. You had to walk past it and go up there. But this will be much better.
We're going in.
In here. Ready? I've not seen this either. Oh. Welcome to Hollywood. Oh, she's pretty. Look, we're on a road.
Apart.
Park up, Jenny. Whee! Mind the zebra crossing. More shops. Whoops.
Whoops, than I can.
Friends! Friends!
It was time to all go on a ride together, and it was the Spider-Man ride where you had to fling your webs. And I got to go on this with Lauren and Fliss. So they're just locking Lauren's wheelchair into place. And Fliss is sitting down like a good girl. Team 4, we beat the others on the score, right? Let's see. Then we saw Black Widow. And fought with the rain.
He's just powering through.
After a stop for lunch, we headed to Toy Story Land, and Slinky Dog was the first ride. Then we met some of the green men who were wandering around. And Fliss had to get her photo taken with Rex. Then it was time to go to the Ratatouille section, which was beautiful, but less accessible.
Hit a wall. Sleepy time. Hey everyone. You good? Look how pretty it is. I feel like you're gonna like this one, Ollie.
I like the stars.
It's like a sensory room. So magical.
I was ridiculously exhausted by this point, and Lauren had gone off for a nap already, but we settled in our seats to watch the Mickey the Magician show. it's been a very long day. We've done some good rides, and we'll tell you more about the day later, but we're all knackered. Lauren ended up with a migraine, so Lauren and Felix are heading home, and Cam, Marley, Beth, Ian and I are going to get some dinner, and probably going home as well because we are shattered. But I got a new friend.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Morning, friends.
Morning.
Happy day 3. But we're going to talk to you about yesterday because between the rain and how unwell and exhausted everyone was at some point yesterday, we didn't really talk about it. So obviously the 3 of us went in earlier than everyone else to go and see the parade, and the parade was really lovely even though
It was raining.
But you were saying they didn't change much. Usually they have like a rainy day, or they have had a rainy day version in the past.
Yeah, maybe that was Florida, to be fair.
Fair enough.
But they didn't change. They just took things away, but not much. Most of it was still there.
Yeah, and the princesses just had umbrellas and stuff, which was
everyone else was just dealing with the rain. So
yeah, it was really nice, and we had a fantastic accessible spot for that. We got there like an hour early, but you could have got there half an hour early. Whereas the music festival that they've got on at the minute, the show is so popular, we tried on the first night, and half an hour before we couldn't get into the accessible section, so you needed to be there for that one minimum an hour before. But for the general parade,
because it's the same as it's been for years,
half hour is fine.
Then we went and we went to the shop, lost Ian briefly, and then we met up with the others in the studios. So we went to the studios.
No, but we had lunch first.
Oh, sorry, yeah, we did.
We went to the Rainforest Cafe. Look, even Beth's tired.
Yeah, can you tell?
Went to the Rainforest Cafe for lunch, which was very nice. And then we went back and met the others in the studio. So we all went on Spider-Man together, which was great.
I got the highest.
Beth did. I got the second highest. We beat the boy. Yes, we did. Yeah, we smashed.
Even though Ian was trying to cheat.
Was he trying to cheat?
He kept going to listen to me. Oh, and I did it back.
He's such a cheat. Honestly, he cheated on Buzz Lightyear by turning the ride yesterday for me, and then he's barging you out of the way. No.
But then I just beat him anyway, so.
Fantastic. I'm glad. And then it was really, really tipping it down. I mean, it didn't really stop raining from when we got there. Well, from when we left the hotel at 10 a.m. until
about 4.
So we then went to they were having a later lunch and we were hiding from the rain in Stark Factory. So I had a vegan Magnum.
Was that nice?
Yeah, I love a vegan almond Magnum generally. So I was like, oh yes, good.
Nice.
Hang on, no, we did Tower of Terror before lunch.
Yes, we did.
So I'd heard about Tower of Terror, and what I assumed was that it was like, look away if you don't want spoilers for rides, but I thought it was just one big drop, kind of like they've got a toy soldier ride in Toy Story Land that, you know, you go up and then you drop, and I thought it was just going to be a really big one of those. So I went on it. I'm so glad that Marley didn't, because between me, Lauren and Cam, so you go up and down and up and down and up and down, and Lauren and Felix said that's the longest cycle they've ever.
So you did the hardest version.
We did the hardest version.
Because also I think it's the scariest version of the ride as well. Like, compared to Florida, the way they do it, it's more.
I'm not doing it again. I'm glad that I did it the once, but yeah, especially for the potsy among us. Basically, Lauren ended up with a vestibular migraine afterwards. During the ride,
so her effects and Cam's effects were much more after, whereas mine were immediately on the ride because we'd done one up, down, and I'd lost control of my legs. Lauren just saw my trainer like halfway up the thing. So I had to get Felix, who was on the other side of me, to like hold my legs down so that they weren't flying everywhere.
Basically free falling.
And then all of us were so wobbly when we were getting off that none of us could walk. At all. The cast member on the ride like was the one to put his arm out for me because he thought I was going.
Oh, bless him.
I was trying to use the walls and he was like here.
At that point I was helping Cam.
Yes, that's what I mean. There were too many of us that needed help. And Ian was behind, so couldn't get round to us quick enough. It was just so it was good, but be aware that your body will react in unknown ways.
Yeah, like it does make you feel very, because it's like your soul leaves your body.
Oh, literally.
So
it's not just a tummy
it's not
thing. Just one of those tummy things. It's like up, down, like, you know, you're seat belted in but still lifting off your seat. As I say, my legs were like, if you have no control of your legs, you can't, it's a transfer one anyway. And when I say transfer, they say a lot of the rides are transfer, but they are not what I would call transfer. They are you have to walk on. And I couldn't get off.
But at least they allow you time. You don't have to rush.
They don't rush you. They give you all the time you need. So it was. We waited for everyone to get off, and then all attempted to get off.
And Lauren had a tip actually. She was like, I think it's the Potsy, to tense your muscles.
Yes,
because it helps. I'm not sure the science behind it, but she said, Cam, make sure you like tense.
Doing the like activation exercises anyway for POTS is like tensing, so that definitely helps. So I was holding on to the handles for dear life, and I think that was enough to tense my upper body.
Yeah,
but my legs just, I don't have the power to tense my legs, so they didn't get the memo. But so I don't think I did anything after that. Oh no, I did Slinky Dog. So then we hid in Stark Factory for a bit, and then we did Slinky Dog and just had a walk around Toy Story Land.
Saw the green army man.
Yeah, hung out with the green army men. They were cool.
Ratatouille.
Oh yeah. So then we come to Ratatouille. The Ratatouille area is one of the less accessible areas because it's like fake cobbled, which looks very pretty but was not very comfortable.
Yeah. All they need to do, and Molly said this is not me, she was like, all they need to do is put like a coating, like resin, like over the top, just so it looks cobbled, but it isn't.
But it isn't. And or just make a nice path around the cobbled section. But anyway, so we go on to the Ratatouille ride, and we get in the little rat mobile, and it's an absolutely fantastic ride. You're in your little rat. It's trackless, which is wild, and there's like 4 different ways you can go. But you're not in control of that. But like, it's so sensory. It was so good. There's a massive screen. You feel like you're in the kitchen with Remy and Linguini and all the other characters. You know, when you're in the fridge, it's cold. When you're under the oven, it's hot. You can smell the food. Like Lauren was saying that Fliss, when you could smell the food, Fliss was just had her nose in the air, like food. I want it. So yeah, it's a brilliant ride. However, what they didn't tell us was that every other ride, we come off where we left our wheelchairs. Like, it's the same distance from your wheelchair getting on to getting off. Whereas for the Ratatouille ride, we just got to the exit and our wheelchairs weren't there. And it was a long, long way. And they said it was because our wheelchairs were electric that we have to leave them on so they could bring them through. They're not allowed to like turn them on. But then equally, they didn't bring the rolls,
which, although yes is electric, you can push it
Yeah.
whether the electric's on or not. So that argument didn't really particularly work in our favour, but I couldn't get the distance to go and get it. Ian had to go get it while Beth helped me find a wall to stand and find a wall to lean on. So that really wasn't very good, and it just needed them to tell us.
It just needed that communication.
It just needed that communication that, we're not allowed to move electric wheelchairs. Do you need it when you get off the ride? Because I could have shown them how to push it manually. We could have taken the brakes off and showed them how to push it manually, or left it on. It just needed that communication. And then when I got out, there was a very inaccessible toilet, which didn't help.
Yeah, so Ratatouille ride was great.
Yeah, Ratatouille ride is great. It would have been one of my favourites had it not been for all the access failings afterwards. Then we went to go and see the Mickey the Magician show. And I hate to say, I wasn't thinking that the shows were going to be my kind of thing or be very good. Loved it.
That is the normal way.
It was so good and so magical. I was like, how are they doing this? And as a performer and a former techie, I know how they do a lot of things. And I was like, what? The box thing. Oh, the box.
I could see from the side, and there was nothing. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, the magic in
if
it
you know,
is
you know.
Actually pretty wild. And then, that was really cool. And there was live singing. We don't think the genie was live singing.
Yeah.
But everyone other than that, Rafiki, the Lion King section in it. It was basically there was Mickey trying to be a magician with a sorcerer guy. And then they had a little section with Cinderella and the fairy godmother at the start. But after that, it was basically a bit of every West End and Broadway Disney musical. So Aladdin, Lion King, Frozen, Beauty and the Beast. It was amazing, especially Rafiki and the Lion King section.
When she was singing, we looked at each other.
Looked at each other like, whoa, she is incredible. And then Elsa was very good, but very French, and it just took us out of it a little bit. We were saying either she should do it in French, because I think that would have been more.
We wouldn't have noticed her accent.
We wouldn't have noticed her accent if she'd have done it in French. I think I would have preferred it in French, or have a French actress sing it in French, or a British or American sing it in English. Don't mix it up. But she was still very good.
Yeah.
The costume was lacking.
Transformation was good.
But
it's a shame.
The costume was lacking, and especially compared to we'd seen Elsa in the parade in the morning, it was kind of like, oh. And then Lauren had a migraine attack. I was done, so then I joined Lauren. And me, Fliss and Lauren had a sleep in a restaurant.
And then
they were very good, actually, the staff, because obviously Felix had to get Lauren out quick and find a quiet spot for her while we were in the show, and they were very good about that. And then when I joined her, as I say, all three of us fell asleep, and they were fantastic at keeping an eye on us.
Oh, that's good.
And then came and checked on us when we were awake, so they were brilliant.
Oh, lovely. And then meanwhile, me, Ian, Felix, Cam, Amali came, but she didn't go on the ride. Went to do Flight Force.
You didn't do Crash's Coaster in the end?
No. No, we didn't do that.
You did.
We did Flight Force instead.
But you did Flight Force.
Because Crash's Coaster, you have to actually do some steps.
Oh, I think that was the. So how did you get on Flight Force in the end? Did you do single rider?
No, single rider and the normal queue were both 5 minutes.
Oh, well.
So we were like, let's just go together.
Yeah.
And basically just walked on.
Yeah, because Cam isn't diagnosed yet. He clearly has POTS, but hasn't been diagnosed yet. He didn't get a priority pass, I think we could have tried for one, but
He was like, next time I need that.
yeah. I know Cam hasn't realised how bad his body is until this trip.
Yeah.
But basically, he doesn't have priority pass, and I think he thought, oh well, there'll be enough between Lauren, me, and Marley. But then for some of the bigger rides that he wanted to go on with Ian, Felix, and Beth, they needed a priority card really. But as I say, it was a 5-minute wait anyway, so it didn't matter.
But he loved it. He loved
I'm
that
so
ride.
pleased he loved it, and that was his first roller coaster.
Yeah, and it's the biggest roller coaster here.
Yeah.
Really, especially because Space Mountain's closed. So that's his first roller coaster, and it's so good. We were in the front as well. Me and Ian were like the front of the thing, and they were just behind us. And the 3, 2, 1, zoom. So good, so good. And obviously it's all Marvel themed, so Cam was having the best time.
Yeah. Cam and Felix are Marvel nuts. So then we did a little bit of shopping. I got some gifts, and I got Doug because I'm missing my puppy, so I needed a puppy replacement. And then we came back. I say we had an early night. We still didn't get to sleep until gone 11, but we were kind of packing what we could up and just making sure we were ready so that we could have a great last full day and didn't have too much chaos on Friday morning. So
Yes.
yeah, and now we're getting ready for day 3. I'm very sore and so tired.
You're sorry you're tired?
I'm sore and tired.
I was going to say, don't you do that.
And Ian's still asleep, even though Beth and I have been chatting for like a good 15 minutes. Sorry, not sorry. And it's looking like another very, 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 very wet and rainy day.
But at least the first day was nice and sunny.
Oh, the first day was beautiful, so I'm good with that.
Hopefully we'll get to meet Moana today.
I'm
Fingers crossed.
Very hopefully excited to meet Moana, because Beth is friends with the friend of Moana. So I'm very excited to hopefully.
I hope so. I think if we go earlier, when it will probably be raining, but less rain. If it's a light rain, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're hopeful that we will at least see Moana today. We wanted to see Pons as well, but I don't know if we Rapunzel for anyone. Beth and I do that from our other profession.
Yes.
But yeah, we will see what of the music festival we can see. We're going to do some shopping. We're going to just take it easy because we're all like. I said I could spend a week here easily, but Beth was saying that's because it's your first time. Like you want to do everything.
Once you've done everything, you kind of go, I don't need to do that again.
Yeah.
But then you want to repeat the ones you like. So Peter Pan, you'd want to do it again.
Yeah. And I want to meet more characters and stuff, which we haven't got the chance to do this time.
I think the system for meeting characters in Paris isn't great anyway.
We don't know. They don't really tell you like what's virtual queue, what's all the characters we have, what's virtual queue, what we can do with our priority pass, because you're supposed to be able to go to them and then get a time to come back with your priority pass, but we haven't really been able to do that. And then things like the Princess Pavilion. Again, it's open.
They're currently changing all of that.
They're currently changing the system, so it's a little bit of a
weird
difficult system. So the only characters we've really met have been either via the music festival or have been ones that are wandering. But yeah, let's see what we get up to on day 3. Busy.
Oh hey, it's Anna and Christoph.
Going to the studio.
Woo! That's right. Anna and Moana's underneath. All the lounge flies.
Here's Beth's outfit of the day. Pansy. Oh, look at her perfect ears. Look at the ears.
Who are they made by?
They are a Chronically Jenni original. We're in parks. So as our plan for the morning, whilst my legs are working, we're going to go on Precious Coaster because you have to stand and do steps on that one. So we're going to do that first. Then we're going to do Ratatouille again, but in my wheelchair, just so I don't lose my wheelchair again. And then, what else did we decide to do? Oh, check out, we want to go on the Soldier Drop Ride to see Frozen Land, really. And then we're going to head back to the main park for more Disney. Yeah. So we did all we wanted to do in the studios. We went on Crush's Coaster, which I'm glad I did. It was a really good ride. I wouldn't be able to do it again, and I think by the next time I come here, I wouldn't physically be able to do the steps and the walk, and I needed a lot of help from Ian and Beth, so it was worth doing if you're ambulatory enough, but like...
They didn't slow it down.
They didn't slow it down for us to get off either, so that wasn't great. We tried to do Ratatouille, but unfortunately there was a technical error, so it was closed. We did the Soldier Drop, so we got to see Frozen Land, and oh my goodness, Arendelle looks so pretty. I cannot wait. I will be needing to come back.
We will be back.
And we are just in the main park. Everyone else is watching, ready to watch the parade, as you can see over here. But because we saw it yesterday, we are going to head to the castle and and Fantasyland and just have a look around. Meanwhile, Lauren, Felix, Cam and Amali had gone off to sit and watch the parade, and they saw some of Goofy's show in the music festival.
Well, thank you.
They went to explore the castle. And then they headed over to Avengers Campus and met Miss Marvel.
Hips, guys. She was doing different positions. They weren't even paying attention.
And they also saw Thor and Loki. And Fliss was being a good girl as always. Meanwhile, Beth, Ian and I went to go and find the dragon.
I'm Beth.
Lovely to meet you both. What have you done so far with your day?
What did we do soon?
Oh yeah, Ariel, you're on here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, show me.
Are you okay to take some pictures?
Oh wow! It's me on your phone.
I was dressed like me yesterday.
Oh, okay. But that's okay. You're just like honor today.
Yes.
Sure. If you see, I should love that. Yes. Would you like me to sign? Of course. Have you got any plans for later on in the day?
We're gonna see Moana.
Oh yes. I'll let her know. How long have you been in the kingdom for?
3 days.
Yes.
Our last day.
Wow, so you go home tomorrow?
Yes.
And are you going to swim home? Or are you going to fly?
well,
on the
We're
boat?
gonna drive.
Gonna drive.
Oh, is that the one where it goes underwater and you see fish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look out for flounder, okay? I'll let you know. That sounds fun. Well, there you go.
Oh, beautiful.
Give that to you. And if we get some pictures together?
Yes.
After meeting Ariel, we headed to the Moana show for the music festival. was time for some lunch. I had a buckwheat galette with goat's cheese and nuts and honey and rocket. It was beautiful. And then we were eating when someone happened to go past.
What'd you get?
Buckwheat goat's cheese pancake, which I'm very much looking forward to. But we got distracted by Rapunzel, so we're following it.
Yes.
Follow Rapunzel and Flynn over to their performance area for the music festival. After doing some dancing, Flynn and Rapunzel decided to play some hide and seek, but then it started to rain. So unfortunately, they had to stop the show rather quickly. Then it was our turn to hide inside, so we decided to go to the top of the castle too. We went to the outdoor balcony. Unfortunately, I couldn't really quite see over.
A little gap, maybe.
It's a very skinny balcony, but I forced my way through.
I want to touch it. Hey! Do you feel like a princess?
It's Princess Castle.
Princess Castle! So much detail.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I never realised you could come in here.
I don't think you can come up in the other ones. I think this is the only one. Don't quote me on that. It's not the biggest, but it's more the theme. Look! It's Snow White's house! With the scary witch. Look away if you're scared. That used to terrify me. Over the bridge.
Carousel. Hack of the day, popcorn bucket on a lanyard means you can drive and eat popcorn at the same time, and it's protected from the rain. Okay. Then, because it was so wet, this was the only day my wheelchair was running a little bit low, and it would have made it, but it was good to sit and have a charge in Videopolis.
Yay! Charging wheelchair.
Shall I put it back in?
It's started already.
And then we sat waiting for the finale of the music festival for an hour in the rain for it to be cancelled. So we headed to the Royal Pub for dinner. Ian had a burger again with mac and cheese. I had a delicious prawn yellow Thai curry. And Beth had bangers and mash. And then it was home time. Beth's just getting our things together. And here I am rolling into the WAV. We were on the road. Meanwhile, Lauren, Fliss and Felix stayed for another day. So beautiful Fliss got to meet her favourite Mickey Mouse. And then she met Wendy and Peter Pan.
He's also saying hi. Book, don't have to get booked.
And then they did get to see the finale of the music festival, so it's been lovely to watch this footage. They said hello to Daisy and Donald Duck. Minnie and her dancers appeared, her marching band. And then it was time for some incredible Lion King dancers. Followed by Moana and her 3 musicians. And then we have the Coco crew. Oh, and Elvis Stitch comes through on a car. And we can see Miguel and all his dancers, both skeletons and human, along with his mariachi band. Then it was time for Chippendale's DJ Float to come through, before being joined by Flynn and Rapunzel. Dancers in their beautiful pastel blue and purple costumes. Before it was time for the main group: Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, Goofy, Chip and Dale. And then Mickey comes over to give a high five to Lauren and say a special hello and kiss for Fliss. And then they were waiting for the fireworks for the last time. To our journey. Morning, friends. We're on our way home. Sad faces.
Ain't too sad. Yeah.
Cam is driving us very well to get home safe. But yeah, we're all just very tired.
Still wearing our Mickey ears.
And sad. Marley's still in full Disney mode with her Mickey ears. Beth's got a sad Mickey cap on.
We've got Minnie Mouse,
Minnie Mouse balloon you can see in the back. I've got my new jumper on that Ian got me. But what did we get up to yesterday, you guys? Let's reminisce, because we didn't really talk about it.
It rained a lot.
It rained a lot. Well, so the morning was actually much nicer. So Ian, Beth and I got into the parks just after 10. We did Crush's Coaster. We tried to do Ratatouille, but it was closed.
Toy Story.
We did the Toy Story soldier drop so we could see a sneak peek of the new Frozen Land, which was very, very exciting. Beth and I loved that, and we were in the perfect seats in the ride as well to see that. And then we headed back over to the parks. Beth and I met Ariel, which was very cute. Then we went to camp for Moana and saw the Moana show, which was brilliant. And then
saw my great friend.
Yes. And then we went for a camp out to Rapunzel, and started seeing the Rapunzel show, but then it got stopped for the rain mid-show. And then we went and waited for an hour in the pouring rain for the finale of the music festival, which again has best friend Moana in it. And it was cancelled literally like 2 minutes before it was about to start.
I got soaked in the rain.
We got absolutely soaked.
Some shopping too.
We did some shopping, yeah. So we did bits of shopping in between that, and then we went for dinner at the Royal Pub. They did try to overcharge us, but it was very good. Beth, what did you have? Bangers and mash?
Yeah.
It was a big portion, but you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was really good.
And then Ian, what did you have?
Just had a burger and chips.
Was it good?
And mac and cheese.
And mac and cheese.
Yeah, it was okay.
He's not enthusiastic about the food. I had an absolutely delicious yellow curry, like a prawn yellow curry. It was incredible, and it had a really good gluten-free menu at the Royal Pub, so that was really good as well. There were like 4 options. I know that's not loads, but as a gluten-free person, that's loads. Plus starters and desserts as well, so it was good. And then we met up with the others and did some last-minute shopping. We're going to try and do a haul for you, depending on how much energy we have over the weekend. And then we went back to the hotel and were sad. And how about your day, Kamali? What did you do? Because we were separated from you a fair bit.
Yeah. So Lauren and I weren't feeling so good yesterday, so we went off to the castle and then
we all found the dragon.
Yes. Oh yes. Yeah, we went up to the castle, we found the dragon, we got photos with Fliss and the mini balloon outside the castle, which is adorable, so cute. And then yeah, we just went off for a little bit of an explore and a walk around. We went to some of the shops, we went to some of the bits we hadn't seen yet, and then we were going to go to Fantasyland, but we got rained off. So yeah, it was just a day of enjoying being in the environment and seeing all the pretty princess bits, hence my New Year's.
Yes. Looks so pretty.
We all went to the top of the castle separately. Molly and Lauren went, they poked their head out of the balcony and were like, nah, too skinny for our chairs.
It's very narrow around.
And I was like, no,
scary.
People will move out of my way. And they did.
Which you'll see.
Which you'll see. Or will have seen already. Yes. But yeah, I just ramped straight through there. You know me. I'll go off the ramp that isn't down properly, and Cam's face, he's proper shaking his head like.
The bus ramp, that was lethal.
Yeah. Well, it was when it stopped coming out fully the last 2 days, and I just went down it anyway.
You almost ended up going head first over the top.
The one we filmed is the one where I nearly went head first. The other ones I was much better. So it was hilarious that was the one that we filmed. But yeah, overall, we all had a really good time. Yes, we had some medical chronic illness stuff, all of us.
I had a slow day yesterday.
Yeah, Cam had a slow day yesterday because he rolled his ankle really badly. So yeah, we've all had our issues, we've all had our exhaustion, we've all had our burnout points, but we've had a really enjoyable time. We all ate well, we all slept well.
Yeah, slept really well.
Yeah, we all slept really well, and we all had a very magical first Disney experience for me, Marley and Cam, and we don't care about the other two.
We counted actually.
We are just on our way home. We're about an hour into the drive, and yeah, we'll see you at the Eurotunnel. we are playing Cards Against Disney. The prompt was,
Very intense.
I do believe in blank. I do. So I do believe in... What? Berlioz? No. No idea. I do believe in an abominable snowman named Harold. I do. That's cute. I do believe in Abu. I do. That was Ian's. I do believe in Aladdin's magic carpet. I do. I like the abominable snowman. Oh, that was Ian's. Shall we give Cam a round of applause for his French driving?
Well done.
I think that was less impressive than on the way here, but good job, Cam.
We're in one piece.
We're in one piece. We're in the Eurotunnel. Touch wood, it's supposedly meant to be on time this time, so we should be back in the lovely UK in about an hour. And then what has everyone's highlight from the trip been? We'll start with Cam again. You said something sweet earlier when Beth asked.
Favourite thing about the trip? Being with everyone.
He said earlier, we'll definitely go on holiday with you again.
It's a good thing you want to hear at the end of a holiday.
Yeah.
Ian, what was your...
Queue jumping.
I see. Say it like it is.
I mentioned in the hack section, but yeah, it was nice to not have to wait an hour to get on a ride. So
You're in it for the priority.
Yeah.
So make friends or have girlfriends who are disabled. Yes.
Yeah.
They have the perks.
I second that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just grateful to be here anyway.
Look, Beth loves everything always.
Yeah.
And especially Disney, so it wasn't hard.
I'm gonna say the fireworks though, because that's the first time I've been able to see everything because of the priority pass.
So again.
But like, it's just really magical. Yeah, lovely.
Miley?
I'm going to say the castle. I have always wanted to see the castle, and I was fascinated by how much detail there was. And this time, I was told before, you couldn't go upstairs as a wheelchair user, but this time there was a lift, and although it was a little bit tight to navigate, it was really good to go up and actually see like the stained glass windows and also go down to see the dragon. Yeah, I was very excited about that.
Yeah, I had no idea any of that stuff was in there. I knew the dragon was there, and you could get to that without the lift. There was an accessible way, but going up was so cool. And I loved the castle too. I really loved all the parade and the little music festival shows. I thought they were really good, and I enjoyed having something like a bit different, I guess. Yeah. We all had a really nice time.
Yeah! We went to Disney!
We did it!
Yeah!
We did it!
Disney!
So Mickey, Minnie. And we all want to go back, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going back tomorrow actually.
Turn
I am
around.
not driving, so what else could do it?
We are absolutely knackered. Resting on the sofa now we're home. We've got the pets back. But Cam is building a computer. I could have waited till tomorrow or Sunday. Doesn't even have all the bits yet. But he wanted to start building the computer. I think yesterday we were vaguely lulled into a false sense of security because none of us were feeling like, we were all tired, but we weren't feeling like that bad. Do you agree?
I felt terrible yesterday.
Okay.
I feel a bit better today.
I feel the
I
opposite.
slept in until lunchtime yesterday.
You did. I feel the opposite. I feel like I was feeling vaguely okay yesterday. I needed to rest, but I was vaguely human.
Whereas today my brain just doesn't exist. And Cam's still fast asleep. Ian's up and gone out and was out yesterday. So, you know, that's the non-disabled for you.
Normal energy's insane.
I know. Like how? I have a headache and I'm very tired. And he's just like, oh yeah, bye.
We got cuddles with Coco. We got cuddles with Honey.
Yeah, we have had pet cuddles. But I was trying to do some work because Marley's been setting a bad example and working. And then my brain was like, absolutely not. So we be chilling. And we be resting. And we be recovering. Because spoons were used. Are the Disney blues setting in yet?
Yeah. I had them yesterday really bad. It's still not as bad as the blues after the Eras tour. Putting that out there.
Okay, that's fair.
That was like nothing I've ever experienced before.
I don't think I'm feeling the Disney blues yet because I'm very happy to be home with my pets. So,
and we're still here at the moment.
And you're
so
still here. Like and then, what day is it?
Sunday.
Yeah, so tomorrow Beth will be here and we'll be going through Disney stuff. So I feel like I'm going to delay the blues fairly significantly by reliving it. But I think they're going to hit Beth hard.
Yeah, she already said she's got them hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to say something relatively profound, if I can remember what it was.
That sounds meaningful.
Well, because I have so many people all the time, like, ask me, like, how do I know if I'm disabled enough? And my answer now is going to be that non-disabled people don't find it difficult to do stuff they enjoy.
Mm.
Whereas we all really did find it difficult to do something that we really, really enjoyed.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my profound piece of exhausted knowledge. So I think I finally have been hit by the rock. Cam and Molly went home yesterday afternoon, kind of about 3 o'clock. And yeah, this morning it's taken me a long while to get up, wake up. And I have an awful headache and I hurt a lot. I think my body was just waiting for them to go till it did the full crash out. So yeah, as I was saying yesterday, like, you know you're disabled when doing the fun stuff absolutely ruins you. But we had the most amazing time. I hope that you've got a snapshot of what it's like from this vlog, and then I hope that you watch all the other videos in our Access League Disneyland Paris Access Guide series, because I hope that it'll be really, really helpful to lots and lots of people. If you love Disney, if you want to go to Disneyland Paris, yeah, we had the best time. But I think we've all learnt a lot of things for future as well, and hopefully we can share that with you as well. So thank you so much for coming along on this magical week with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to see all the rest of our Disney videos and my general chronic illness weekly vlogs, and make sure you head over to the Access Your Life website to go and see the information from all of our Access Guide videos in blog form if you find it more helpful to read them or save them for later. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye guys.